With RightCapital's dedicated student loan analysis tool, you can help clients better understand their student loans, model a number of student loan-specific repayment strategies, and implement these strategies within the broader context of a client's retirement projections. Ultimately, this allows you to provide clients with increased clarity, confidence, and peace of mind when it comes to repaying their student loans. In this training video, we'll start by taking a look at each of the 4 subtabs available within the student loan module. We'll then discuss how you can use the action items to model a proposed student loan strategy for clients, and we'll wrap things up by reviewing how you can implement your student loan proposal into the broader context of a client's future-looking retirement projections. Before diving in, I want to first mention that in order to utilize the student loan module, you will first need to enter one or more student loans within the net worth section of a client's profile. For this video, we'll be assuming that the student loans have already been entered, but if you need assistance with student loan data entry in RightCapital, you can search Student Loans in our Help Center for a detailed overview. Once one or more student loans have been entered, you can navigate to the More menu, represented by the 3 dots, to access the student loan module. Although the Summary tab is the first page listed in this module, we're actually going to start things off by taking a look at the Loans tab. This is often an excellent place to begin thinking about a strategy, as it will outline each of the student loans within the plan and the potential repayment strategies available to each. The column labeled Income-Driven Repayment Plan Eligibility will list the plans that each student loan is eligible for based on the loan type. The column labeled PSLF Eligibility indicates if the loans would be eligible for public service loan forgiveness if the client were to work for a qualified public service organization. Other important details, like the current balance, interest rate, and monthly payment amounts, will also populate on this page. If you're looking for even more granular details on a client's existing student loans, you can also reference the Details tab. This page allows you to view the payment schedules for each loan within the plan on both an annual and monthly basis. Since we haven't yet proposed a new student loan strategy for this client, the information on this page currently reflects the client's existing payment strategy as it was entered during the data entry process. We'll be circling back to this page in just a bit. Now that we have a solid understanding of the client's current student loans and the repayment options they're eligible for, let's spend the next few minutes reviewing the action items at the bottom of the page. The action items are your opportunity to demonstrate the impact of specific student loan strategies to clients. This includes income-driven repayment plans, public service loan forgiveness, loan consolidation, refinancing, and more. The first step of this process is clarifying the client's information using the first few action items listed. New borrower as of indicates the period during which the client was last a new borrower, meaning that they obtained a loan and had no outstanding student loans. This date influences eligibility for and payment amounts under certain IDR plans. Working towards PSLF indicates if the client is already working for an eligible public sector employer. With this box checked, an additional field will allow you to specify the total months that they've worked there while making student loan payments. Lastly, you can choose to specify the client's planned tax filing status. This can impact the payment amounts calculated under certain IDR plans as well. With this information in place, we can move on to the proposal area of the action items. This is where you'll be able to dial in various strategies for clients that can help ease the burden of their student loans. The first of these is the planned career item, which enables you to demonstrate to clients the potential benefits of working in public service towards PSLF. The PSLF program forgives the remaining balance on clients' direct loans after they've made 10 years of payments under a qualifying repayment plan while working full-time for a qualifying employer. Remember that you can always view the PSLF eligibility for each student loan in the Loans tab. Using the Proposed Payment Plan dropdown, you can select an income-driven repayment plan or model a refinance. The option you select here will be applied for all of a client's eligible student loans. With none selected, student loans will reflect whatever payment plans are entered during the data entry process. Standard will reflect the 10-year standard payment plan for all loans. The next three options are all income-driven repayment plans, or IDR plans for short. These include the income-based repayment plan, the pay-as-you-earn plan, and the saving on a valuable education plan. Each of these options will cause Right Capital to calculate the client's payment amounts based on their income and the specific rules for each plan. Although this is done automatically, if you're looking for more information on how Right Capital will calculate payments for each of these plans, you can search IDR in our Help Center for a detailed breakdown. The final option here will allow you to set an interest rate and duration to show the impact of refinancing the client's loans. If you choose an IDR plan here, loan consolidation becomes available in a drop-down menu underneath the repayment plan. This will consolidate all loans into one at a weighted average interest rate. Consolidating certain types of federal student loans can be a useful strategy, unlocking access to IDR plans and PSLF. Ultimately, once you've dialed in a strategy using one or more of these action items, the Summary tab is the best place to visualize how a client's current student loan payments stack up against your proposed payment plan. This page is fantastic for beginning a client conversation, as it summarizes all of your hard work and demonstrates the value of your recommendations. The charts here will compare the client's current payment plan in green to your proposed payment plan in blue. You'll be able to see the difference in total payments between the two, which is also highlighted to the right as total savings, the loan balance forgiven as a result of your strategy, and the interest benefit, which highlights the amount saved in interest across all loans in the first 3 years of your strategy. In addition to the student loan summary chart, you can find 2 additional charts by clicking the drop-down arrow next to the chart name. These charts highlight student loan balances over time and annual student loan payments, respectively. Both of these charts zero in on the next 10 years of the plan projections. While the Summary tab excels at highlighting the value of your strategy, the Strategy tab excels at breaking down your strategy in a way that's easy for clients to understand. The flowchart on this page allows you to better visualize the approach that you've dialed in for a client within the action items. If they're working in public service, the top flowchart will show the strategy for each IDR plan based on their priorities. If they plan on working in the private sector, the bottom flowchart will highlight whether they're prioritizing lower monthly payments or a faster debt paydown, depending on whether you've modeled an IDR plan or a refinance. In this example, we've modeled our client enrolling in the SAVE plan for lower monthly payments and interest benefits, in addition to working in the public sector towards PSLF. Based on these inputs, the client's repayment path has been highlighted in the flowchart above, walking clients through each step of the process so that they can understand the options you've entered and their benefits. Before moving on, let's take one last look at the Details tab. Now that we've selected a strategy within our action items, the payment schedules on this page will reflect the impact of your proposed strategy, rather than the client's current strategy. You can use the drop-down menu in the upper left to choose which loan you'd like to view the payment schedule for. If you've modeled loan consolidation within the action items, you will see an option to view the client's consolidated, subsidized, or unsubsidized loans. Using the radio buttons in the upper right, you can choose whether you want to view annual or monthly payments. The cash flow table will highlight beginning and ending balances, payment amounts, interest details, and any loan forgiveness that's occurring. As with other cash flow tables in Right Capital, you can click the blue Download button in the upper right to download any of these tables as a spreadsheet file. In a nutshell, the student loan tool is a powerful way to make your client's financial future stronger. The repayment strategies modeled here take complex calculations and present them in a simple and comprehensive format. While it can be helpful to see the benefits of your strategy within the student loan module itself, you also have the ability to illustrate the impact of your strategy within the broader context of a client's retirement plan. To apply a student loan proposal, visit the Retirement Analysis module and scroll down to the action items at the bottom of the screen. On the right side of the action items, isolate the Student Loan Strategy dropdown and choose the Student Loan Proposal option. Once you click Refresh in the lower right, details from the Student Loan module will flow into the proposed plan. You can then see the impact of your student loan strategy on the client's probability of success, median ending invested assets, and future-looking cash flow projections. For more information on RightCapital's student loan module, please don't hesitate to take a look at the educational resources within our Help Center or to reach out to the RightCapital support team for additional details.